The Poets are celebrating 100 years of football tonight, the first home game of the season against Menlo College. Over 100 alumni have showed up to tailgate and show support. As many of you may not know, Whittier College has won 26 SCIAC championships, ranking them second, right behind Redlands. Alumni and their families were invited to the Purple and Gold tailgate, where they reconnected with classmates and remembered their own days playing Poet football.
Well, it was probably the best small college experience anyone could have. Having played for George Allen and Don Coryell made it especially a great experience because both of them, as you know, turned out to be excellent coaches, both at the college level and in the NFL. So it was quite an experience.
The biggest problems we had at that time was we were so poor that we had a lot of timeouts for broken shoestrings, hip pads and shoulder pads and equipment. And it was always breaking. So we were always having timeout. The games were very long because of that.
Oh, there's a lot of lessons you learn in football. You learn to achieve a goal, and you learn to take your hits. You get hit, knocked down to get up and go back into the game. And there's disappointments, but there's a lot of great successes and wonderful memories.
I think one of the things that I learned from Whittier College in general, just not football, is stick with it. You know, try to do the best you can. After I graduated and went on, I entered a doctoral program up at Montana State University. And I think just the stubbornness that I've gotten from playing football and being associated with Whittier College helped me because I did get that degree in 1977. And it's just a matter of, you just got to stick with something and do the best you can. But I had limited ability, but I got through that program.
Well, yes. I recall playing for Wallace Chief Newman my first 2 years here. He was a legendary coach here at Whittier, and we had wonderful, wonderful seasons with him, as we did with George Allen. But I would say that if I had to pick out some fond memories, one would be when Whittier played the University of California at San Luis Obispo, and at their homecoming, no less, in San Luis. And we were supposed to lose handily, but we had them 20-0, and the game was only 3 minutes old. We ended up winning the game 38-18, I believe the score was. But it was a major victory for Whittier College.
I always follow to see how they're doing. Usually come back to at least one game a year, and really impressed with the new administration, that their commitment to sports as well as academics. And I hope that that continues, and seeing some of the talent that they're bringing in on the football team, it's real encouraging to see Whittier to get back to a place of prominence in sports.
Athletic Director Rob Coleman hosted the halftime show, introducing each alumni in attendance.
That's some wonderful recruits that we brought in. We have 106 football players on this team right now. We brought in 121. Some guys obviously, will lead the team.
When I came here 4 years ago, these type of events were lacking big time, and I think we've worked really, really hard to cultivate our alumni back to campus, and that's what's really been important to us, and it's working. These guys really appreciate it. Their wives come to this, and we're really, I think Whittier, it's that small community, that family, and I think we brought that back here over the last couple of years.
Celebration. 100 years of Whittier College football. Let's give these gentlemen a nice round of applause.
Reporting from Memorial Stadium, this is Yasmin Koram. Now to you, Justin.
I'm here at Memorial Stadium as the Whittier Poets are taking on Menlo College. Menlo is currently 0-2, and the Whittier Poets are looking for their second win tonight. Last week's victory was led by senior running back Paul Schilling with 117 yards and 3 touchdowns. Let's take a look at some of tonight's highlights so far. Whittier's offense was led by quarterback Alisana Sausau. He threw for 308 yards and connected on 18 of 25 passing, including 2 touchdowns. Here he hooks up with Josh Ollison to score on the longest play of the night for the Poets. Defensive efforts were led by Brandon Boehm and Giovanni Salinas, who each had tackles in the double Ds. That's an abbreviation for double digits. The cornerback tandem of Brandon Johnson and Alan Russell did well throughout the game, each breaking up multiple Menlo passes. This game-changing play was called using smoke signals and sign language. It was so effective that even our own cameraman did not know where the ball was. Touchdown, Poets. Unfortunately, the Poets came up short as Menlo went on to win 28-24.
We could have kept the ball moving. We had a lot of 3 and outs, a lot of mental errors, offensively, defensively. Those errors, we're better than that, but we got to learn from it. We'll watch film tomorrow, and we got to get better each week. So.
Okay.
Could attack a little better. Offense turned it over a couple times. Without those turnovers, we had a turnover going into the end zone. Without those, could have had that ball longer.
Right.
Defense gave up a couple big plays, but it happens.
I mean, we did a pretty good job of covering. Could have blitzed a little more. We'll see. We're going to look at the tape and figure out what's going on.
Okay.
But just got to cover guys, lock guys down a little bit better on defense. Offense had a couple drives. Just got to punch it in.
Right.
Instead of kicking field goals and settling for field goals, got to punch it in the end zone, down in the red zone.
This is Justin DeLong reporting for QCTV. We'll see you at homecoming. I'm out.
Go ahead.